So, today, what I want to talk about is that title right there. How to deal with haters. Alright? Because on the journey to success, going for your passion, doing what you want to do, you'll run into people that's just not on board, right? So I got some points here. I'm going to roll into it because I think it's going to take some time. Hopefully I can cover all of them, alright? Number one, just understand that when you do something big, you're going to attract haters. And that's just a part of the recipe, you know what I mean? They say if you want to offend nobody, then to do something insignificant, you know? If you say nothing, you're not going to offend nobody. If you stand for nothing, you're not going to offend nobody. If you're not going to do something big, that is the only way to not offend anybody. So just know that if you're going to go do something big, that haters are part of the equation, all right? So that's number one. Just know that. Just know that if you're going to be on a journey to go do something amazing, to go make something of yourself, expect this. I think that's one of the big things is just expect it to be there. It'll be crazy for anybody to achieve any level of success and not receive any hate. I don't think it'll ever happen. It never happened before and probably never would. So just know that it's a part of the process. Okay, so that's number one. Just expect it and know that it's there. And if you're going to do something amazing, it is a part of that process, all right? Number two, you got to realize that haters hate. That's why they got the name haters. That's just what it's supposed to do, right? So if I have a washing machine, that machine washes things, you know. If I got a drying machine, it dries things, you know. A freezer freezes things. That's what we expect it to do. You with me? So if there's haters around, you got to expect that haters hate. That's just what they do. So you got to accept that. So number two, that's just how they're wired. You know, it's more of a projection of where they're at and what's happening in their life as opposed to what you're doing. Okay, understand that. Number three, this is me being nice now and maybe giving people the benefit of the doubt. It's just a different perspective and looking at it a different way, and maybe that's just all they know. You know. When I came into business, I didn't have a business background, so I came in with employee glasses. So everything I saw was from an employee's perspective, and not from a business owner's perspective. So a lot of things didn't make sense to me. So maybe I just give these people the benefit of the doubt because they don't understand, right? They're not going to understand what I understand because they're not going through what I'm going through, right? I heard someone say before, don't expect people to see what you see because they weren't given the vision that you were given. You know, they're not called to do what you do, so don't expect them to see what you see, right? So that's just me being nice and maybe having that benefit of the doubt and possibly, I don't know, maybe they just don't see it, right? And somewhere deep down, I do believe people aren't bad. You know, I do deep down believe people are good and just misguided, right? So I choose to see that as a perspective too, is when I see some haters, I go, okay, misunderstood, misguided, right? Hopefully it's not something malicious. You with me? Okay? Now some of them are, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. Number four, understand why they're upset. So understand sometimes why people hate, you know, because for people to see you succeed, you remove a lot of excuses for people who aren't succeeding, right? Maybe it's a similar upbringing, maybe, you know. So to see somebody win, it removes excuses for those who aren't winning, right? They call that a crab in a bucket mentality. So it is a threat to people's own identity. So you got to understand that too. So when I start seeing that, I start having a little bit more empathy than anything else. And know that that lashing out or that hate is not towards me. It's more so something about themselves and why they didn't make it. You with me? All right? This is what I do when that happens. I got some notes here. I got to get so darn big and so darn friendly at the same time, so they got to like me. You know, I always tell people tough times don't last, tough people do, because this is just a phase, right? Haters hate, but they're not going to hate forever. You hear those quotes before, right? People might not recognize you today, or they don't say they know you, but one day they're going to tell people how they met you, you know, right? I always say, let the haters today ask you if you're hiring tomorrow, you know, go do something And you just know, as you build your business, as you continue to provide value, some of these people may come around and they'll need you, right? I was told when I got into business, I'll run into 3 types of people. This is just business in general. The people who go, man, you're nuts, you're crazy. Why are you leaving a career that's paying you good money to go do something you don't know anything about? That's the first type. The second type goes, okay, they kick back, they see, they watch, they go, okay, let's see how this guy does. And then I'm going to reserve my comments until a later date, you know? Maybe I'll hop on the wagon a little bit later. And then there's a third type that goes, man, I always knew you can make it, and I always knew you can do it. What I realized later on in my career is those 3 people are the same person. They just change their narrative as you continue to be more successful. You with me? So that's number 4 is just understand that's a part of the process. You take away their excuses not winning, and that's a part of it. So I'll win them over time. You with me? Okay, number 5, use it as fuel. This is a part of the process. I'm going to use it as fuel. You know, I watched, I'm a big sports fan, raised in the Michael Jordan era, and a part of his documentaries, he says, when I got upset, I got angry, my mom told me to use that energy towards something that helps me. Go do push-ups or something. Don't do something destructive, right? So when haters show up, that's a sign that I'm on track. You know, it's good feedback to me that I'm going the right way, right? I always say, even if you're like a rock star or a musician or something, you haven't even done anything or made it big until you got your first piece of hate mail. You with me? Right? So it takes guts to do something big, man. You're always frontline taking bullets. So just use it as fuel, right? That's another way to deal with that. Number 6, have faith. You gotta know the destination. But the journey to the destination is not planned. You know, that thing, it changes. Almost like when you put in a GPS, sometimes there's rerouting, or there's construction here, or something happened here. Follow the GPS, right? Be flexible on the road that it takes to get to where you got to go, as long as you get there. It might take 5 minutes longer, but you'll get there. You with me? So when there's haters, it's a sign of being creative, not a sign to quit. You know, it's the chance to learn on how to develop character and grow and not crumble. You know, pressure is required to form a diamond. So you cannot remove the pressure and expect the same precious stone that comes out on the other end, right? That pressure is required. So haters are required for big time success. So when haters are showing up, you go, okay, this is nice. This is what it's supposed to be. I'm on track. I might not like the heat right now, but if I can overcome this heat, this is what it takes for me to go big. You with me? Okay, number 7, action overcomes all. Okay? Let's talk about business. Sometimes you get a no, sometimes you get something negative, sometimes you get a no-show. You get a lot of these things. What do? You go book 5 more. You go do more activity. You go do things that's required to get you to where you got to go. Right? So when I was coming up in business, I had a rule. I go, every reschedule I got, I'll book 5 more. Every no I get, I'll book 5 more. You know, I'll make up in numbers what I lack in skill. Nobody can beat me because I'll outwork them. You with me? So action is key, right? You guys heard of the bamboo analogy before, right? It takes 5 years to grow the root system. You water it and take care of it every day for 5 years before it'll actually peek through the soil. The minute it peeks through the soil, within 6 weeks, it'll grow 90 feet in the air, all right? So if you continue to do the action day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, you might not see the success right away, but you're building the root system, you're building that character, you're building that mindset to handle that level of success, right? So action is another way to handle haters, right? Let them watch, man. Give them a story. Stronger the wind, stronger the trees, man. Number 8, associations. I'm talking fast because I'm running out of time. Associations, right? I surround myself with people of a common future, not a common past, right? Winning requires energy. You got to surround yourself with people that feed you, right? Not people that take from you. That's why I deal with haters. I let them fuel me, but I don't hang out with these people, right? And I think a lot of times people misunderstand too. How do you say this? I reached out to a friend the other day. We haven't talked in a long time, and genuinely, I just want to connect and catch up. And man, this gal just unloaded on me, you know, with her life challenges of all these things that maybe I missed out on, and all the challenges that are going on in her life. And it's all positive. She goes, I miss you. Thanks for reaching out, all this. However, after we're done talking, I was so darn drained, right? Because we're talking about problems and issues and challenges. Man, I got to call one of my business partners, one of my buddies after. I go, man, sell me the dream, man. Tell me what it's going to look like. Tell me what life's going to look like. I got to get filled up again. You with me? So association is key. So when I run into people that takes the energy, and haters are one of them, man, I just avoid that. So people's success, they're not like snobby. It's just counterproductive to be around energy that doesn't serve them. You with me? Right? So just understand that too, right? And the last one I put this, number 9, is this one's dangerous too. Maybe they're not haters. They're dressed as dream stealers. However, these are the people that actually do really like you. They do really miss you. And it comes across not negative. It comes across like, man, you work a lot, man. Why don't you come chill a little bit more? That's the dangerous ones, you know, because they don't understand what it takes to go big. And it's tough to fall into that trap. And the price to pay to be big is you got to stay focused, right? If I was, like I said, I'm a big sports fan. If I was a basketball star, I'm practicing. I got game night. If I'm a musician, I'm traveling. I'm on the road. I got shows to hit. You know? So any other career of big time success, people expect you not to be around. However, when you run your own business, you get going. People around you might not understand that. So be aware of that too. You know? Okay? So that's it. I don't have time to recap today. Those are 9 quick points on how to deal with haters around you while you're building your business. And I think the biggest thing is just let them watch you, man. Give them a story to talk about. It's like Bruno Mars, right? Don't believe me, watch. I love that song because that's what it's all about. Let people watch. They're always watching, right? They're always on your social. They're always checking you out, making sure you're making moves. So give them something to talk about, right? So that's it today. That's kind of what's on my mind. I'm fired up, guys, to take this thing to the next level on where I'm at in my life. And I'm just prepared for the next wave of haters, you know, because bigger plans, bigger goals brings them bigger challenges, right? New level, new devil, baby. So that's what's happening in my life right now. So if you got value, hit a like. If you want to make some comments and let's talk about this topic, we can. And the biggest thing is please share it. You never know who's out there right now that wants to hear this. Maybe people who are in business who wants to get something moving, or maybe you might share it with a hater and they go, okay, that's me. I better shape up too, right? So whatever it is, let's go inspire some people. Like, comment, and share.